Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your July 2020 love reading. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you're all well. Fantastic weather here in England at the moment. Blue sky, and wow, I can actually see an aeroplane. Wow. Actually, that's quite exciting. It's not that exciting because I do live not that far from an airport, but it's really interesting because, you know, normally I see them all day, but I haven't seen one for ages. Anyway, so sorry Capricorn, that was just a bit of a distraction. I sit by the window and I was like, wow, maybe people are actually being able to leave the country, or, you know, it was flying away, not coming back in. So that's really a revelation. Anyway, apologies Capricorn. So, I'm going to get straight into your love reading. Thank you to those of you who've subscribed. If I haven't said that already, it's lovely to have you on the journey with me because this is a new channel. For those of you who are interested in knowing about your work and career situation for July, I'm going to be doing those readings. They should be out by the 1st of July. And obviously, if you haven't subscribed already, please take a moment to do so that you don't miss those readings when they come out. And do remember, please, to click the notification bell. Right. That made me laugh, that aeroplane. Okay, I'm going to get straight into it. So, Spirit. Spirit, please be with us. What can we tell Capricorn, please? What messages do you have for Capricorn, please, for their love life for the month of July? Spirit, Capricorn. What messages do we have for Capricorn? Okay, so we have your commitment is being tested. We have another one here. A time to give rather than take. What else, Spirit, please? What else? Surrender to the divine. And, expect powerful change, Capricorn. Okay, so let's start with these four. I love these Moonology cards. They're fabulous. But let's start with these four. I'm going to lay quite a lot of cards today, but I like to start with these ones to give us the overall feel of which way things are going to go. So at the moment, regardless is the word I was looking for, of your situation, whether you're single, whether you're separated, or whether you're in a relationship and things have been a bit testy recently, Spirit want you to know that at the moment your commitment is being tested. So it may feel that things are going a bit pear-shaped, or you may feel that you've had the opportunity to go out, but you've not met anybody. You know, it may be that, you know, you're separated from your person, but you haven't heard from them. It's all about this test that for some reason you're being put through at the moment. And Spirit are wondering, you know, how much are you willing to give, Capricorn, in this situation? You know, how much? It says it's a time to give rather than take. So it may be that if you've been waiting for your person to make the move towards you, it may be that during July, it's time for you to be more giving towards them with your emotions, more open, maybe more affectionate, rather than leaving the ball in their court. It's been such a strange time for all of us over the last few months with the whole pandemic thing that, you know, it's affected different people in different ways. And it may be that your person hasn't been behaving in the way that they would normally, or, you know, if this is somebody new that you're thinking of, if you're single and you're wanting to meet someone new, you know, maybe it's time for you to go and, you know, approach the people that you're interested in, Capricorn, rather than waiting for them to make the move, because we never know what's happening in other people's lives, and, you know, how, as I say, how the whole pandemic thing has affected people. Yeah, strange time for all of us. But they're saying to you, give it to the divine, surrender to the divine, trust that whatever visions you have in mind for your love situation, Spirit are actually watching over you. They're helping you with this situation. And funnily enough, I've said this in 2 other readings in the last day or so, that Spirit and the angels will only intervene in your life if you ask them to. Very often people will say, well, how come bad things have happened to me? Spirit should be looking after me. People said, Spirit, look after me. Spirit do look after you, but they can't interfere with your free will. So, you need to ask them for assistance. But in this situation, the word surrender is powerful. Because they're saying if there's something that you're worried about, you're unsure about, you don't know quite how to take it forward, then ask Spirit, surrender it to them, give it to them and say, please help me with this situation, and be clear about the situation you're wanting help with. But what we do see in July is powerful change. So with the backing of Spirit, or the universe, angels, God, whoever it is that or whichever resonates with you, there is going to be powerful change for you. So you have the backing to make that change, and I'm excited to see what comes up in the rest of the cards, Capricorn, to see what these changes are talking about. Oh, they want me to pull. This is very strange. Okay, Spirit, okay. They want me to pull. It's almost like there's some sort of profound message here for you. Aha, okay. Spirit were wanting me to use this set of cards, and this is Messages from Spirit, I think they're called, by John Holland. I haven't used them. I think there was only one other of the sun signs that I used that set for. They just wanted me to pull one card. I don't generally use them in readings where I'm going to be pulling a lot of cards, because they have quite a lot of words on them. But they just said to me, pull the messages from Spirit. We need to give this message. And this card came out straight away. So let's read it. It's called Soul Power. And it says, always remember, you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. So Spirit are saying, surrender your the things you're uncertain about, your concerns, your worries. If you're not sure how to take something forward, like I said before, they're asking you to ask for their help, but they're reminding you that you also are spirit. You just happen to be in a body right now. So you have that inner strength, you have the ability to change things and to move things forward, Capricorn. But they're here and ready to help you as you move forward. So, find strength in that. That's, brilliant. Which card's next, Spirit, please? You want me to take these next? So these are the Love Oracle. So let's see what they bring us regarding this top row. Oops, Spirit, Capricorn, please. Daydreams and decisions. Okay, daydreams and decisions. So your commitment is being tested. And they're waiting to see whether or not, how much you're willing to give to this relationship, or whether you're happy to sit back and just think about it, Capricorn. There was no fluffy way to say that. Sorry, I was a bit direct. But, this is the message that's coming through, that, your commitment is being tested at the moment. And it's like if you're single and you dream of being, in this loving relationship, having a happy family life, the wedding, and all the other things that you may have thought of, or, whatever resonates with you. But instead of going out and actually getting to know people, you spend all your time at home, planning how your special day would look, or planning how your person would be. They're saying, how committed are you? to being in a relationship here? You know, are you just sort of letting it all flow and thinking about it, which, you know, has its place in life, obviously, or are you actually willing to take some action? It'd be interesting to see if we get an action type card next. What's this? New vitality. So they want you to commit some energy to this, Capricorn. You know, they said it's time to give rather than take. They want you to, you know, just basically, yeah, as I said, put some energy into finding, finding this relationship. I don't want you like scouring the streets for people, but, you know, to move out of a daydream state and to make the decision to sort of actively move this situation forward if you feel that things are a bit stuck at the moment and things are feel maybe a bit half-hearted to you. What about surrender to the divine, please, Spirit? Yeah, I mean, you know, they're saying they will help you get this reward. So however you visualize your relationship going, you know, if you have this, this vision about, if you are single and you have a vision about how you want things to be, it's coming, it's on its way, because here you have a well-deserved reward. Spirit are helping you with this. It's in the same line here. They're saying they want you to do your bit because you have the power within you, have this soul power, as they said, but you will be rewarded for that, you know? This relationship is coming. Let's see what this final card's going to be. What's this positive change, Spirit, please? The powerful change, apologies. What's the powerful change? Do you want me to take that one? Yeah, they want you to take, there is going to be a powerful change. And they're asking you to take the lead here. So, you know, as they've said, they want you to come out of this, you know, situation where perhaps things aren't, you know, moving, you've not been taking action, into, you know, just putting a bit more effort into it, Capricorn, during the month of July. The rewards are there waiting for you, but they're encouraging you to be, they've just said assertive to me, so they're encouraging you to be assertive, move things forward, and this is what's going to bring you this powerful change. Let's do the next set of cards because I'm interested in this situation. This take the lead situation. What are the daydreams and decisions, please? Yeah, they want you to get out and about. They want you to get out and about. They want you to spread the light. They want you to, you know, bring this new vitality into sort of relationships around you. You know, if it's an existing relationship, you know, they want you to bring more energy to it, really, Capricorn. But if this is somebody new that you're looking for, or even if it's someone you're separated from at the moment, they still want you to put in some effort regarding relationships. Now, at this stage, we don't know whether this is a person that, you know, was here before or not. So, yeah, I mean, they're asking you, here we go, invest in your spirit. So they're asking you to, you know, look after your inner self, to sort of nurture yourself, to bring in this new energy, to help lift your vibration, because that way they can bring in these rewards in the shape of the person that is right for you. So, whether that be an existing person or otherwise. Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting card because this is, I'm just going to take that one because that one came out deliberately. This is an interesting card because this is about you being true to yourself, calling your spirit home. Like it's set up here in the soul power card, you know, you're really a soul that just happens to be in a body at the moment. So, you know, when they say calling your spirit home, it's about being true to yourself and feeling complete. So this is why they're asking you to bring in this new vitality and, you know, to invest in your spirit. What was this one? And to look forward. That's a very brave person walking around there because I just wouldn't. It looks too high up for my liking. But, You know, they're wanting you to look forward. They're wanting you to step forward, take the lead, you know, even baby steps, even if you haven't been out for a while because you've been on lockdown, but you decide to go for a walk in the park or something today where there may be other people that you've not seen for a while, you know. We're not saying go out and make a major change all alone, because we know you've got spirit with you anyway. So let's have a look at tarot. Let's see which people are around you at the moment. They just said the name Kevin and the name and then the name Donald. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. Yeah, they haven't usually done that during the love readings, but I tend to work with names quite a lot, and they just said the name Kevin and the name Donald. If that means anything to you, please let me know in the comments, because that's interesting. They put those names forward for a purpose. Okay, so again, we have Seven of Pentacles here. You know, you see the lady, well, she just happens to be a lady. It's not gender specific, but in the card she happens to be a lady. And you can see she's hard at work here. She's being rewarded for her efforts because we've got all the pentacles here, but she's still got to do the work to get there. So while they're asking you to come out of this daydream situation and spread your light, they're saying, yeah, you may need to do a little bit of work on this relationship, or you may need to do a little bit of work in order to go out and meet people, but there will be rewards, as they've already said. They're bringing the rewards for you, but they want you to make this effort. So let's see what else they're telling us. What else, please, Spirit? Yeah, it'll all balance out, you know. We have the Justice card. You know, this is all about things being fair, things being even. It's also about an equality within a relationship. It's about equal giving and equal taking. And, you know, in the initial row, Capricorn, they gave us, it's a time to give rather than take. So maybe it's your time, as we said, to take the lead and start giving in a situation, because things need to be balanced out here, and they need to be fair. So, you know, relationships obviously work better when people are on an equal footing, but it may be that you need to start that process off with somebody else and be mindful that it does need to be equal, otherwise it's not fair to you either. Yeah, again, gosh, we have the Justice card followed by the Judgment card. So it looks like you've got some decisions to make coming up. They look good decisions. I always think this is a happy Judgment card, you know. There are decisions to be made, but you will know, you will follow your intuition, and you will know which path to take. You see how happy she is. You see how happy all the creatures are, you know. Invest that time in you in order, as they've said here, invest in your spirit so that you can go happily down this next path in your relationship. Right, what else, please, Spirit? Yeah, and again, we have this sense of balance. There's a sense of wisdom. We have Temperance here. There's a sense of wisdom here. A sense of balance, a sense of being sort of mindful and aware. You know, you're going to know what's right for you, what isn't. So if you're yet to meet somebody, Capricorn, you know, it's going to be very interesting. Sorry, I must finish my sentences. I finished them in my head and I forget to say them. You know, if you're waiting to meet somebody, by taking some action during the month of July and making sure that there's an equal give and take in this relationship, then it'll bring this better sense of balance, and you'll know when it feels right to you. What I was just going to say was that it's going to be very interesting to see your August reading, because this all looks like it's preparing you for this big change that's coming your way. I've thrown out the two cards together. Wow. So we have the Six of Cups. This can sometimes be someone returning, but It's also about appreciating the things and the people around you, taking care of things, appreciating the beauty of, you know, obviously we have lots of flowers in here, but, you know, the beauty of nature, the beauty of the inner souls of the people around you. You know, it's about gratitude and appreciation, really. So, you know, again, this all comes in this sort of finding this balance, and it's all preparation for this big change. We have the Wheel of Fortune too. So by appreciating the smaller things, you know that the Wheel of Fortune, anything you touch in July is going. Anything you touch, yeah. Anything that any path you decide to go along, anything that you're having to deal with, things are going to go well for you in July. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is very much about, you know, spin the wheel and whatever it lands on, there's going to be a good outcome for you, Capricorn. So, you know, it's not something to be fearful of at all. You know, we don't have any sort of negative cards here at all, do we, today, which is fabulous. You know, so it all feels like preparation to me. July is a month of evening things out. It's about, you know, being out there, you know, re-establishing yourself, you know, taking things forward in your relationship. But whatever direction you go in, you're guaranteed success. So can we have a look at the Look Forward card, please? What is this powerful change, Spirit? Please tell us more. Please tell us more. Please tell Capricorn more. Yeah, you may feel like you've been waiting for ages, and there may still be some waiting time. Sorry, I didn't show you the card. It's the Hanged Man. So, you know, it's for you to look forward. This is why when I said it feels like preparation, that's the feeling I have. I feel like there's a pause, but there's things that you can do to prepare you for what comes next, which presumably is this powerful change. You know, and here's me talking about preparation and preparing. And we get the Hanged Man. So, you know, this is all about you sort of waiting for the big event. But while you're waiting, there's actions to be taken. Can we shuffle again, Spirit, for that one, please? Again, this sense of balance. You're going to have the wisdom to take this situation through. I'm going to pull a third card in a moment, but you know, the Hierophant is very wise. You know, you can see they're in a teaching position here, but there's also this inner wisdom, being at peace with yourself. And, you know, whatever changes these are, you're going to feel very happy with them, Capricorn. It's leading you to a very, very good place. So, as I say, August love reading is going to be very interesting for you, because it feels like you're putting in the groundwork in July to see what happens in August. And yes, look, I've pulled this third card because I felt the need to. Aces are always beginnings. We have the Ace of Swords here, which is going to be the clarity that you've wanted. You're going to know the way forward. I always think this looks a really powerful card because they've got this sword aloft, you know, their arm is straight. It always feels quite forceful to me, but it's more about, you know, you're going to be clear about the way forward. So, you know, here we are with the Wheel of Fortune. You know, whichever direction you go in, what decisions you make about relationships are actually going to be the right decisions for you, Capricorn. And here we are having this clear new beginning. So that's all good. That's all good. Which cards, please, Spirit? You want me to... Okay. They want me to pull some angel answer cards, which again, I haven't. They're getting me to pull different cards for you. In the other readings, this hasn't happened. I'm going to put that there for a second because I think there's more to come. Is it that one? Yes. Sometimes these angel answer cards give us some timings, but I don't know what they're going to tell us with these ones. Do we have 4? Okay. We have 4. Wow. Okay. Let's see what they are. So we have be assertive. didn't I actually use that word when we had take the lead? You know, they're wanting you to be, I said something like they don't want you to go charging into situations, you know, demanding relations and things like that. But, you know, they're asking you to be a bit more confident in yourself, a bit more assertive. So that's interesting. They're asking you to remain positive, Capricorn. So, you know, they're certainly saying, you know, while you're investing in yourself, in your own spirit, you're becoming your true self again. You know, these rewards are on your way, and this new vitality is going to be around you in July. All positive stuff. Now, there's a card of forgiveness. And let me pull a fourth one so I make sure this is in context. Improving health. Maybe during lockdown you've been like many others and not been looking after yourself as well as you had hoped to. You're certainly not alone there, Capricorn. Seriously, so much chocolate. Anyway, and it may be that there's a situation, this could be either about you and about self-forgiveness, which is kind of how it feels because we have this improving health situation here. That, you know, when you forgive yourself for anything that you're not happy about in yourself, and you invest in your spirit, that is when your health begins to improve. So this feels like self-forgiveness, to be honest, Capricorn. And this is why they're saying, you know, take your step forward, be positive, forgive yourself for anything where you feel, you know, something you feel unhappy about, some action you've taken maybe, or whatever, because this will improve your health. If this isn't your energy, and you will know what resonates with you, but if the forgiveness isn't about self-forgiveness for you in your situation, then it could well be that there's been some conflict with a partner or an ex-partner that you've found it hard to move on from, or you found hard to forgive. And they're saying time for forgiveness is here. Because if you forgive somebody, it actually is about, what's that phrase? Sorry, I stopped mid-sentence again. But there's a phrase, isn't there? That forgiving is not about making another person feel better, but actually it's about inner healing. Because, you know, if you forgive somebody, you can let it go. You can surrender it to the divine. So if there's something that, you know, you feel there should be an apology about, or something that didn't go the way you wanted, if you can find that in your soul to forgive that other person, then again your health will improve. But I do feel there is an element of this being about self-forgiveness. Right, Capricorn, this is turning into quite a long reading, so I'm going to go straight away now with the Romance Angels cards just to finish off. Let's see if Spirit will give us 4. I very much feel that July is this time where you're sort of coming out and saying, hello world, I'm back. You know, Capricorn's back out here. I'm ready to, you know, move things to the next step in my relationship, whether, you know, if you're in one, you're not in one. Spirit is saying to me, stop talking and do the cards. Sorry, Spirit. They're so funny today, honestly. Okay, so the first one we have is healing family issues. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. There may have been family conflict recently, you know, it doesn't have to be taken as literally as that. There may be a family member who, you know, you've not been happy with recently. It may be your partner you've not been happy with recently. You know, there may be some... It may be your partner's family that there's been conflict with, but, you know, whichever way that is, you'll know, as again, how that resonates with you. They want me to take that one and that one. That's interesting. They want me to take the bottom one too. I don't know what that is. We'll come back to that. So we have, this is going to be worth waiting for. Divine timing. I'm going to show you this more closely because it looks very dark in the camera. It says divine timing is at work in your love life. So everything's going to fall into place when it's ready, which is always, I know it's endlessly frustrating. I mean, trust me, I so have been there. But everything has to be in place for a relationship to, you know, run its lengthy course, and for you to be committed to each other at the right time. And this may be why you've had this first card about your commitment being tested, Capricorn, because it may have just been a timing issue, you know. So yeah, so we have divine timing, but the good thing is this relationship that's coming up, or this big powerful event, is something that's worth waiting for. So if you're single, that's excellent news. If it means an improvement in your existing relationship, it looks like there's other matters to be sorted out, but it's going to be worth waiting for. But they've said it's going to be very soon. It says clearly decide what you want. Oh gosh, seriously, I'm losing the plot today. It says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So this is about you putting more energy into a situation, ready for this powerful change. But for you also, this is why they were asking you to invest in your own spirit and call your spirit home, to be centered and be true to yourself about what it is you want from a relationship. And I've said that in a lot of readings over the last few days. So there must be a theme running through the universe at the moment, because they want you to, it's clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. I may have said this earlier, or it may have been a previous reading I did, I can't remember now, but it says, I think I did say it earlier because we had that card, didn't we? This is the whole thing about when you give something to the universe or spirit, when you ask for their help, you need to be clear what you're asking for. You know, you don't necessarily, I mean, I know there's different schools of thought on this, but you don't necessarily have to say, you know, I want my person to have brown eyes, blonde hair, etc., etc. You know, you could do, because it works for some people, but, you know, just be clear about the situation and what it is that will feed your inner soul to make you feel better. So I'm talking about, rather than physical aspects, about the emotional impact of the situation that you're asking for. And please remember, when you're asking for intervention in that way, you know, you need to ask for it for you, really. Oh gosh, this card. Do you know, I think we've all been, during sort of the pandemic and lockdown situation, I think, you know, lots of us have got into bad habits. I have to say that this card is the card of codependency, and it says addictions are affecting your romantic life. I'm not joking. This card must have come up in about 8 of the, how many readings have I done in the last couple of days? 11? I can't remember. But anyway, I seem to always be explaining this card. It has come up certainly today, and these cards have been shuffled over and over and over after every single reading. But, okay, let's get into this again. Addictions is a very strong word, okay? And it may be that yourself or your partner, or the person you're interested in, has been affected by some sort of addiction. It may be that over the last few months they've been, you know, maybe drinking or into drugs or into gambling, or, you know, that's what we tend to think of in terms of addictions. But addictions also can be anything. You can get sexual addictions, you can get addiction to smoking, you can get addiction to another person, you know. So this is why it's called codependency here, because, you know, this can be about you. They've just said obsessing. So this could be about, you know, either someone obsessing over you or you obsessing over them. But whatever this situation is, It's having an impact on your romantic life. It could just be it could just be some sort of behaviour that's happening within the relationship. It may be that the relationship has been a bit testy recently, or it may be that one person's giving more than the other, in terms of time and effort into a relationship. It could be, anything like that. Anything. I always think that this card comes up whenever there's some sort of imbalance in a situation, which is why Spirit have been asking you to balance things out. Step up, step forward, Capricorn, in the month of July, and balance things out a bit. I'm going to be so interested to see your August reading, because I think that's when we're going to see the bulk of the love cards, because what we're seeing here is definitely preparation, and it's about inner work. It's about you feeling better about yourself. It's about you stepping forward back into your power. And yes, you've had this sort of delay, this waiting time, but we know you've got this Wheel of Fortune card and this clarity. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the August reading, but I hope that resonated with some of you. It was quite detailed in terms of the message Spirit wanted to give you. So if you would like to hear about your work and career reading, hear about your reading, it's really hot in here, I'm getting overheated. If you'd like to hear about your work and career during the month of July, then please subscribe and click the notification bell. It will be interesting, actually. I just wonder whether, because of all the circumstances in the world recently, I wonder whether, Capricorn, your attention has been with your work, and that's why they're asking you in terms of love to step up, because it may have been that your commitment wasn't with your love life because you've had to take it elsewhere. That would make sense, actually. It's only just occurred to me, but that would make sense. So yes, if you'd like to hear that reading, please let me know. I am going to be trying, please let me know, please subscribe. I am going to be, over the next couple of weeks, doing some soulmate. I really am losing the plot. I'm going to have to stop talking in a second. I'm going to be doing some twin flame soulmate readings as well. Just general relationship readings, I think. So again, look out for those. And yeah, I think I need to draw it to a close before I just melt. Frankly, it's so hot. Okay, so I hope you have a lovely, lovely July, Capricorn, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care.